Hello friends, and welcome to Yoga with Rachel. Also, welcome to day 4 of our at-home yoga journey here together. I'm so happy that you are here. So today's theme is open. So we will be moving through some heart opening postures. Some will be energetic, some will be nice and restorative. In terms of items, feel free to bring along with you a blanket, a yoga block, or a thick book. All right, let's get started. Okay friends, come and join me down on the ground. Find a comfortable seat of your choice. Feel free to join me in this kneeling position. You can place a blanket on the calves and then come back to sit on that blanket. Let's find ways to lift and lengthen here. So maybe we loop our shoulders a few times, inviting the shoulders to relax away from those ears. Perhaps we tuck in our chin slightly, creating length in the back of our neck. Perhaps we visualize just sitting up taller, and perhaps this visual actually allows us to lengthen on up through our spines. Feel free to place your hands on your lap, and you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Let's breathe on in together and out. So today's theme is open. So when you hear this word, what is your understanding of it? What does open mean to you? Perhaps it can mean open to new ideas, new experiences. Perhaps open could mean being open emotionally. Maybe showing vulnerability. There's no right or wrong. Just consider your understanding of this word. Speaking of being open, perhaps we're open to new experiences on our mat. And today we're going to try out a mantra. So a mantra is a word, it could be a phrase that we repeat to ourselves either in our head or out loud. So mantras can serve us really, really well on the mat. It can help us dig in a little bit deeper, especially whenever we are in challenging postures. Mantras can help us stay nice and grounded in the present moment. So our mantra today is, I am open. So perhaps you repeat that to yourself in your head or out loud. I am open. Let's breathe on in through our nose and then out through the nose or the mouth. Open up your eyes if they were closed. We're going to remove that item just for a moment. Feel free to stay in a kneeling position, or you can come on down to the ground, finding a cross-legged seat on your mat. So when you arrive there, let's send our hands out long, left to right, radiating energy past those fingertips, palms facing down. Breathe on in. And then on our next exhale, let's give ourselves a big hug. Right arm over top of the left. Breathe in and out. On our next breath in, let's send our elbows up and towards the sky. Look on up, arching through our back body. And then on the exhale, elbows begin to drop towards the earth, rounding through our spine, chin towards our chest. 2 more times. Breathe in, lifting on up, look up, and then exhale, rounding through. 1 more time, breathe in, and out. Breathe in to unravel, sending the arms from left to right. Once again, breathe in. And then on your next exhale, giving yourself another big hug. Left arm over top of the right. Breathe in, sending the elbows up towards the sky. Look on up. And then exhale, rounding on through. Belly button towards the spine, chin towards your chest. 2 more times. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in to unravel. And then bring your hands to heart in prayer position. Just bow your head, feeling a nice juicy stretch in the back of our neck. Breathe in. And out. Self-hugs feel so great, at least in my opinion. I hope that you enjoyed that one. All right, let's make our way to all fours now. So feel free to pad your knees when you get there. I'm actually going to do that today because that's going to feel really nice for my body. All right. And when you arrive there, let's stack our wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath the hip points. Spread through your fingers, press into the tops of your feet, and rock your pelvis forward just to create some length in our low back body. Looking directly down at your mat. On our next breath in, let's reach our tailbone up towards the sky, dropping our belly, opening on up through our chest, finding our cow pose. And then on our exhale, we begin to round through, belly button towards the spine, chin towards the chest, cat. Breathe in to drop the belly, open on up, pressing out of our foundation. And then exhale to round on through. So keep these cat-cows going at your own pace, following your own breath. And as you do this, I just want you to consider how each of these postures, cat and cow, make you feel. Which one maybe feels a little bit more open to you? And maybe why? There's no right or wrong, just something to think about. One more round. Wonderful. We inhale to come back to a neutral spine, tabletop position. Let's send our right foot back and behind us, toes curled under, feeling a nice juicy stretch in the back of our right leg and foot. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, pressing into the top of our left foot as we hug our right knee in towards our heart center, nose towards our knee, hovering here. And then stepping the right foot through. So frame that right foot. Feel free to walk your knee back in space, that left knee, just to create a bit of a deeper stretch in the lower half of our body. We're pressing on into the whole right foot. Our knee is in line with our ankle. Loop your shoulders here. Breathe in and out. On our next breath in, let's connect to our center, pressing out of our foundation as we rise on up. Feel free to bring your hands to your waistline here. Let's draw our elbows back and towards one another, creating a nice opening in our heart space in our chest. Beautiful work, my friends. Feel free to stay here. Or if you would like, on our next inhale, let's send our hands up and overhead, thumbs back, pinkies forward, reaching our hands towards the sky. Perhaps we look on up as well. So again, you can stay here if you would like, or you can join me in a little bit of a twisting action. So twisting our torso towards the right side. We're hugging our legs in towards the midline, and we are connecting our left elbow to our outer right thigh, pressing our palms together, staying nice and lifted and open in our chest. Perhaps we repeat our mantra here, I am open. One more breath cycle wherever you are. Wonderful. On our next breath in, we send our hands up and towards the sky, and then exhale, floating it on down. Hands come back down to the earth. Let's step our right foot back to join the left, and we're resetting back in a tabletop position. All right, my friends, let's now send our left foot back and behind us, toes curled under. Again, getting a nice stretch in the back of that leg. Breathe in. And then on our next breath out, let's press on into the top of the right foot as we hug our left knee in towards our chest, rounding through our body, nose towards the knee. And then stepping the left foot through. So you can walk that right knee back in space if you would like. Pressing our left foot into the earth, stacking our left knee over top of the ankle. Breathe in and out. On our next breath in, we rise on up, connecting to our center, bring our hands to our waistline, drawing our elbows back and towards one another. Such a power posture, at least in my opinion. So you can totally stay here, or if you would like, on your next breath in, let's send those hands up and towards the sky. Palms facing towards one another. Perhaps we arch through our back body as we look on up. So again, you can stay here, or if you would like, you can join me in the twist, twisting towards the left side. Bring our right elbow towards the outer left thigh, connecting there, pressing our palms together in prayer. Being nice and open. Perhaps just rolling your left shoulder, as I found that my shoulder was creeping on up towards my ear. Wherever you are, one more breath cycle. Beautiful. On our next breath in, let's send our hands up and towards the sky. And then on the exhale, we melt it on down, framing that left foot as we step our left foot back to join the right. So if you were using a blanket to pad the knees, you can put it off to the side now. We're gonna curl our toes under, sending the feet back, finding a plank pose here. Breathe in. And then on our next exhale would begin to lower on down to our bellies. Beautiful. You can uncurl the toes once you arrive there. Let's just take a breath cycle. So if your hands are not already there, slide your hands so that way they are in line with your rib cage. Loop your shoulders, hug your elbows in towards the side body. Press on into the tops of your feet. Feet are roughly hip distance apart. Rock that pelvis forward, pressing your pubic bone into the earth. On our next breath in, let's rise on up, finding a baby cobra. We're nice and open in our chest. And then on the exhale, we lower on down. 2 more times just like that. Breathe in to rise on up. And then exhale to lower on down. Breathe in and out. Wonderful. Curl your toes under, pressing on into your palms as we lift on up into a plank. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on the 1, we lower our knees down to the earth. Beautiful job. I was about to say dog. It's weird. Anyways, come back to sit on your heels, my friends. Just take a breath cycle here. Wonderful. Now swim your hands back and behind you. Interlace those fingers. Reach your hands towards the earth and then slightly away from your body. This is a big heart opener here. No worries if the hands are not pressed together. You can keep them nice and square. So this is a really great stretch to do, especially if we find that we're doing a lot of computer work, because the shoulders start to round forward a little bit, or if we're on our cell phones or any kind of technology. All right, so in a few seconds, I'm going to say break free. But when we break free, instead of sending our arms out in front of us, we're going to keep our arms back and behind us. So our triceps are going to get a little bit of work in there. Okay? So one breath cycle. And then let's break free. Okay? Keeping those arms back and behind us. We're here for one breath cycle. You got this. And then relax. Wonderful work. We're going to make our way to our backs now. So if you have a hair elastic in, you can take it out, or you can leave it in. It's all good. All right. When you arrive there, place the soles of your feet on the earth, knees point on up towards the sky. Feet are roughly hip distance apart. You can walk your feet in towards your bum. Hands come to your sides, palms pressing on into the earth. If you brought a book with you or a yoga block, feel free to place it between your thighs now, just for some added extra support and stability. So you can squeeze that item. All right, on our next breath in, let's send our hip points up and towards the sky. Finding a nice little back bend here. This is a really great heart opener as well, in bridge pose. And then on our next exhale, we lower on down nice and slow, feeling one vertebrae touching the earth at a time. Beautiful. Breathe in to send those hips up and towards the sky. Maybe you snuggle your shoulder blades underneath the back body to get an extra lift. Lifting the chest towards the chin towards the sky. We're really pressing on into our foundation. Perhaps we repeat our mantra here, I am open. And then on the exhale, melting it on down. Beautiful. One more time. Breathe in. And out. You can place your item off to the side. Bring the soles of your feet together, nice and together. The knees go wide. All right. You can place one hand on your heart space, the other hand on your belly, feeling the rise and the fall of your belly on each inhale and exhale. So once again, I invite you to consider this idea of being open, or just even your understanding of the word open. Were there ways on your mat in which you demonstrated openness? Perhaps you demonstrated it through various heart-opening postures. So you're physically open. Maybe you demonstrated openness emotionally or mentally. Maybe you were open to the idea of trying something new today, such as a mantra. There's no right or wrong. Once again, just an invitation to consider. And if you're unsure, it's all good. It's all a part of the process. It's all a part of the journey. All right, let's breathe on in together. And then sigh it out. If you had closed your eyes, you can open them now. Let's bring our legs together. Send the legs out long. Take a full body stretch, rocking your head from side to side. Now let's hug our knees in towards our chest, giving ourselves a nice hug. And let's just roll on over to one side, using our bottom hand as a pillow and the top hand to help us sit up on our mats. And then you can make your way to any comfortable seat. Let's bring our hands to heart in prayer position. Once again, loop your shoulders, bow your head. Let's breathe on in together. And then just empty it out. You did it. So at the end of our yoga practices here together, I extend an invitation to connect and reflect. So I have some writing prompts for you that you can write about in your journal or in a notebook. This is 100% optional, so it's all good if you do not feel like doing it or if you just want to think about these writing prompts. Okay, number 1 is the following words that come to my mind when I hear the word open are. Number 2, the heart opening postures in this practice made me feel blank. Whatever that feeling was, whatever emotions came to the surface, if any. Number 3, I demonstrate openness both on and off the mat by, and then you can provide an example. So maybe an example would be trying something new or taking an appropriate risk. That could be an example of openness on and perhaps even off the mat. All right, day number 4, done. We did it. We're heading on into day number 5 tomorrow. Let's just give each other a high five. We're doing such an awesome job. I cannot wait to see you then. Take good care, my friends, and namaste.